Thank you for joining Waking Up with D. We are doing one of these nighttime car rides, these car adventures. And at the end of all this, there's going to be a lesson or maybe lessons. So stay tuned to hear those lessons. Okay, so today was really rough, and then I thought about how I've been doing lately, and I'm like, I tried to reach out to people to see if they could hang out, but you know, my people were busy, and then I was thinking about this, and it all comes full circle, really. So sometimes we look at other people. Oh, and basically I got myself together and I need to run an errand. So basically digging yourself out of the hole you're in and putting yourself together is really where it's at, you know? And it kind of relates to what I'm talking about anyway, in a sense. So, I don't want to deprive anyone of seeing my face. It's a joke. It really is a joke. Okay, so sometimes there are people that we look at and we think, okay, like, let me give you an example. Like, when you're going through school, kind of whatever age you are in school, if you see, like, popular people and you're just like, dang, they always, like, have people surrounding them, or they're always with each other, or, you know, they always just have someone right there. Well, I was thinking about how sometimes we look at other people and we think that they're so much more different than us, maybe because, like, the people they associate with, how they conduct themselves, whatever the case is, right? But by, like, the popular people wanting to all be together, they're just wanting a sense of belonging. Say there's one person on the outside looking in and like, gosh, I wish I had that many friends. Or it's like, but do you understand, like, the reason they have that many friends? Okay, there could be a lot of reasons for it, but people are the same. We all desire to have a sense of belonging. And I don't think that ever goes away, regardless of how old you are. Well, I know that never goes away, because just from my own experience and just from, like, hearing other people, I mean, I can fake it real well, because, like, I'm a really independent person, so, like, I can fake it real well, let me tell you. Sometimes in life we think that, like, someone else has it so much better than we do, and sometimes in life we think, you know, they have so many more friends, or they have so many people to hang out with, or they have such a sense of belonging, you know, like they would never get lonely, right? But then I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, that's not true. And I've known this before, but I think I needed this moment for it all to make sense. So sometimes, you know, if you're having a really bad time and you've been trying to, like, figure out ways to get yourself out of the hole you're in, whatever reason for the hole, maybe you've been going through a lot of health issues, maybe you have depression and are trying to, like, start feeling better, you know? Maybe you've gone through divorce and you're trying to, like, figure out your social life, whatever the case is. sense of belonging. And just think about it. When you're in part of a group, like the popular kids, right? There's a certain, like, whether it be spoken or unspoken, there's like a certain code of conduct for you to like behave within. Well, so what that means is if you go outside of that blueprint, then you're no longer part of their group, you know? You can be tossed aside, you can be made fun of, you can just be just another kid, you know? You're not part of the popular group anymore. Well, guess what? When you're an adult, that happens all the time. So, and you see it when you're going through college, you see it, you just see it in every facet of life. So this is what I want to talk about. Well, people that are in the popular group, people that are part of the fraternity, part of the sorority, people that are part of the organization, the club, the association, people that work within this company, people that are part of this honor society, while it may look like they have such a strong sense of belonging, and maybe on the outside they really do, when it all comes down, we're really faced with the same sense of where do I belong? Because if that person doesn't abide by that code of conduct, like I said, whether written, verbal, or unverbal, unspoken, you know, they will be ostracized or no longer part of that group. So I can only share examples with you that are really from my life and times when I wanted to belong. And then the lesson is at the end, okay? So mostly I like to consider myself a free agent, you know, like nobody tells me where to go, nobody tells me what to do, nobody tells me how to spend my time or my money within the confines of like work or something, you know what I'm saying? Or within the confines of like marriage, where you're not like, you know, where you're not just like, oh, hey, I'm gonna, like, you don't tell anyone anything. Not that you need their permission, but it's just like a heads up. Hey, I'm going to this store or whatever, you know? But I consider myself a free agent. Like, no, don't get your paws on me. You're not gonna tell me what to do with my life. And honestly, that's one reason I don't like groups of friends now. Because I had one group of friends once in my adult life. And it was so great at the moment, but when that shit crumbles, and it feels horrible, you know? Like, it was great while it lasted, but that's it. So there's one example I'm thinking of where, like, you know, throughout my many years, like ever since I've been 16, I've been steadily employed with only, I think, 2 bouts of unemployment, and they were 6 months or less, I believe, even with like summers with college and all of that. And so I say that to say I've had a lot of workplace experiences. I've had a lot of trainings and, you know, just been in a lot of different situations with different personalities. And so one time I remember in my training, this one person would like go up to the person I was seated next to and invite them to, like, let's go out and have drinks, you know? And like she would do that to like a few people. You're just like sitting there, you're like, I don't want drinks, first of all. I don't want to drink with people I work with, first of all. Secondly, are you not aware this is a space where there's multiple people and you're inviting just a few? I'm like, don't you care that like other people can hear? I don't know, like, it just, things like that really rub me the wrong way. So I honestly got my feelings hurt, because I'm just like, first of all, why are you saying this in this crowded ass class? Secondly, I don't want to drink with your ass anyway, but it's just disrespectful to, like, if we're in close proximity and you're only going to invite a few select people, it doesn't sit well. Honestly, it makes you feel kind of terrible, and it just makes you think a lot. Is that person doing it on purpose? Is that person wanting to get under people's skin, including my skin? Is that person just so oblivious that they don't understand how they could be, it's just inconsiderate towards other people? And then also, I don't know, like, it makes me think of a lot of things. And then I thought back to my childhood. There was this girl that would throw parties, right? And they weren't wild, crazy parties. They were little kid parties, basically. But it was when we were in middle school. They could have been wild parties, but they never were. Not when I was there, anyway. Anyways, so I'm saying all this to say she would invite a long list of people. But I remember when she would hand out her invitations, she would hand out her invitations around other people. Like, she wasn't really discreet about it. And honestly, when I think back, I don't like that tactic. And honestly, I think that that's inconsiderate. I know that, look, you can't invite the whole school to something unless a celebrity. But I also know that you can be tactful with how you invite people. And I remember, like, certain friends of mine that weren't invited, and it rubbed them the wrong way. And I think that even back then I knew that that was not appropriate. I knew that that was rude. I knew that it was, like, oblivious and get your head out of your ass, you know? Because it could have also been, I don't know if this girl was trying to be mean about it, or like, look at me, you know, like you're something real special if I invite you. I don't know if that was the case. She wasn't a mean girl, but I mean, she was obviously an attention seeker. So anyways, I thought about these examples and how just someone inviting or not inviting us to something can make us feel either a sense of belonging or a sense that we don't belong. And sometimes it can make us question ourselves and make us question, like, what's wrong with me? Like, why is this person and this person and this person invited? Like, what's different about them than is different about me? And I don't think people are going to like my answer to all this. I don't think many people are going to really want to hear what the truth is, what the real tea is, you know? But stay tuned for the real tea.